Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are discussing the state of the Sonic fanbase. The fandom is currently crashing and burning, surviving on pathetic scraps of news and new content. It's honestly fascinating to watch this all go down. I am very new to the fanbase. Kinda sad but true fact, I got into Sonic because of the fandubs, so I am very confused about many things, but I think I've learned the basics of this fandom. I'm confident I'm able to cover the recent events in the fandom with accuracy. This video is made for people who need a refresher on what has happened over the past couple of weeks, or who want to know more about what went down. But I also think people who don't know shit about what's happened will be able to follow the events of this convoluted novel we call the Sonic fanbase. So yeah, to get started, we are going to cover the calm before the storm. The biggest thing in the fanbase before the Frontier's trailer tweet was the second Sonic movie. It was well received in the fanbase due to the movie having more character-accurate Knuckles and Tails. Fans also enjoyed the inclusion of the Master and Chaos Emeralds, cute character moments, Sonic character development, and the movie overall feeling closer to what a Sonic movie should be compared to the first one. It really brought the fandom together and there weren't a lot of big debates within the fanbase. But like any fandom, there were still some small issues. The big ones being the Boing Kid incident, Snapcube Shadow the Hedgehog fandom trailer, and a recent-ish issue of the IDW comics, Imposter Syndrome. There was a drama surrounding YouTuber Arlo's review of the second Sonic movie, but that whole situation deserves its own video because wow, that was a mess. Anyways, yeah, I'm covering those three because I was actually there for those, which means closer to the fabled date of May 31st. So let's get into it. Boing Kid was a very weird little event that happened relating specifically to the IDW comics, and a character in those comics that isn't very popular, but somehow became a big talking point in the fanbase. The company behind Boing Kid has joined the League of Villains for the Sonic fandom, and it only took a couple of bad tweets. Like, that's kind of impressive, but in a sad way. So basically this indie game company, Idw Studios, has this character called Boing Kid. In a tweet that is now deleted, they basically say the IDW Sonic character, Belle the Tinkerer, is eerily similar to their character, Boing Kid. They argue that the IDW team copied their design. This tweet is bullshit. The comparisons made between the two were surface level. They have similar design motifs because they both happen to have designs with a clown aesthetic. Not to mention that overall the designs give different vibes, and they have completely different stories. So when Sonic fans saw this tweet, they went to town making fun of it. Since Boing Kid started reporting and having art of Belle taken down on Twitter, artists made fan art of Belle in protest. Memes, tweets making fun of the situation, and actual serious posts criticizing Boing Kid attacking artists were made as well. People moved on from Boing Kid pretty quickly, and now many people are left confused as to what Boing Kid even is and what happened on those couple of days. Then in the middle of writing this script, Idw Studios came back with a vengeance. Now when people criticize the company's actions, they are met with a response from Boing Kid's Twitter, claiming their tweets are harassment, while also adding Twitter support and the fucking FBI. They have also blocked someone for mentioning Belle. Yeah, good luck recovering from this one. Not to mention, people have found that Boing Kid is being hypocritical because they blatantly took inspiration from Disney cartoons and used the term fairy tale zone for their comics. Thanks to the game apologist for his video on Boing Kid. I learned more about the Boing Kid comics from him, so yeah, his video will be linked in the description. The next controversy was the discussion around the, at the time of writing the script, upcoming Shadow the Hedgehog fandub by Snapcube. Some Sonic fans do not like Snapcube's fandubs due to people constantly quoting them, and those quotes clogging up comment sections for different Sonic-related videos/posts. And a corner of the Sonic fandom doesn't find them very funny. Some fans of the dubs have gotten out of hand and harassed Mike Pollock, sorry, don't know how to pronounce your last name, for him to voice the iconic announcement clip. And yeah, those fans are overzealous. But I think the people heavily criticizing these fans need to calm down, so they really aren't going to bother you after a couple weeks/months of the dub being uploaded. Same with other Sonic fans that also watch the dubs. The fanbase will eventually move on to a different trend. If you don't find the dubs very funny, that's fine, more power to ya. But just because you're a contrarian does not make you better than the annoying fans. It's good that you have formed your own opinion, but like respectfully, nobody cares. Stop making a big deal out of something that doesn't affect the fandom most of the time. So the final big controversy was a moment in Imposter Syndrome where Surge the Tenrec fights Metal Sonic, and Surge kicks Metal's ass. Some people complained about the outcome of the fight. There are multiple reasons why people don't like this, but the most common ones are, Metal Sonic isn't that weak, this is disrespecting his character, Surge is a bad spin on Shadow the Hedgehog, she needs to get her ass beat, etc, etc. Pretty early on into this drama, people explained that yeah, a writer will decide who they want to win a battle. A character's power doesn't really come into play. It depends on the context of the battle. Why is it happening? What do the characters get out of this? Is there anything helping a character? Stuff like that. Surge did not beat Metal on her own. She had Kit. Two copies of Sonic are fighting each other. Surge has the advantage because she has Kit. She wins. Beating Metal Sonic will give her an ego boost that will be more satisfying to crush once she gets destroyed by Sonic, Shadow, or someone else. I hope this was comprehensible. I'm just typing random bullshit I think makes sense. So yeah, that controversy was really pointless and dumb. To quickly mention something, on May 3rd, there was an official reveal for the new animated Sonic show, Sonic Prime. This show will cover the Sonic multiverse and will have 24 episodes. The clip was praised for having fluid animation and Sonic's expressiveness, though there were concerns about character writing due to Sega mandates. But the main reaction was, oh my god, a new Sonic show! While there were no larger problems caused by this reveal, I will mention this show again later, and I believe it's important to have this quick rundown before I start talking about it. None of the dramas I've talked about so far lasted very long. The Sonic fandom was abnormally peaceful, at least according to Sonic fandom veterans. But everything changed when the Sonic Frontiers trailer attacked. This day would change the Sonic fandom forever. Like, I'm not joking, this day is already an important mark for this fan base's history, next to the first Sonic movie trailer and the Chris Chan GameStop incident. But at the time, people did not know this. All they knew is that more was finally revealed about Sonic Frontiers, the cool, open-zone Sonic game they have been patiently waiting for. Fans were at first super hyped. They were on the high of getting new footage and the other things happening in the fanbase. But in under 24 hours, the floodgates were opened and people were mad. Not as mad as they will be soon, but yeah, mad is a good word. Fans were skeptical of the gameplay and graphics, which sounds simple enough, but these concerns grew and grew over the next couple of days. The lack of information didn't help either. The Sonic fandom was left in the dark about all the things they wanted more clarity on, and there was radio silence from Sega and the Sonic official Twitter. The fandom was still clinging onto the movie and nervously waiting for more information on Sonic Frontiers. Then the IGN footage showed up to the party and the fandom lost their shit. This game showcase is infamous. First, fans were not impressed with what gameplay was shown during the video. People thought it was way too slow for a Sonic game and were still skeptical with the combat feature. Second, the person who was playing the game for the footage was clearly not experienced with the game. You need to have someone who understands the gameplay to be used in promotional footage because it makes your game look better in the long run. It also does not help that later fans discovered that the person who played in the IGN video was a Sega employee. Like, don't get some random Sega intern. Use someone who is highly familiar with your game. That showcase was a huge point of contention in the fandom. It still is, just in a different way than it was. I cannot properly articulate how unimpressed and pissed off the fandom was with this game. Many fans locked their opinions in and decided that this game was not going to be good. Some were still hopeful and advocated that others wait until more information was revealed about the game. A counter-argument to this is that people did the same thing in the past and Sonic Forces happened. This sparked a small movement to get Sega to release the Frontiers demo. Overall, people were concerned about the future of the Sonic franchise. Only a couple days later, this is going to be a common thing in today's video, the fandom was hit by another wave of bizarre marketing with Sonic Central. On the late morning of June 7th, the Sonic Central went live. It was immediately hit with audio issues. The person live streaming must have had the stream open on a different thing, but forgot to mute the other video so the music was loud, making it hard to hear any words, and the other sentences were delayed too. It was fixed just in time for the actual meat of the presentation, but yeah, not the best start. Now we are on the topic of the actual content of the presentation. Yeah, that wasn't very good either. It was mostly new merch and very short clips of new content. The people on the stream, including myself, were baffled by the lack of new stuff revealed. The new Sonic Prime clip with Shadow was not very long and only shows him at the last second. The new Frontiers clips weren't very long either. The prequel animation teaser was like 5 seconds, and the Frontiers gameplay teaser was mostly made up of things we have already seen before. It was way too fast and did not go into the topics that are actually cared about. People exploded. Memes making fun of the short clips and runtime were abundant, and actually critiquing the way the the Direct was handled was a very popular talking point. This is around the time people actually started discussing the poor marketing tactics Sega was using to promote all of these different pieces of Sonic media. But these conversations weren't prevalent until the Summer of Gaming event that held the coveted demo of Sonic Frontiers, and the release of a new Sonic Prime trailer. Just before the Summer of Gaming event, Netflix hosted this week-long thing called Netflix Geeked, where they revealed more information on various shows and games associated with Netflix, like Arcane, The Cuphead Show, Stranger Things, and our show of interest, Sonic Prime. During the livestream with a surprisingly small amount of viewers, the new trailer was shown near the end of the livestream and only showed like 7 seconds of new content. People were baffled. It happened again. Barely anything new was shown. The trailer was mostly the first sneak peek that was posted on the official Sonic Twitter a couple weeks prior. The teaser revealed Big the Cat and Froggy, and we also see more of the Green Hills area. After that lackluster teaser, there is a quick plot synopsis of the show explaining some things that were already speculated / vaguely known, while some details were brand new, like this version of Sonic having to learn to appreciate his friends more. These couple clips were spread on Twitter, and many were just confused. Like, we have only heard 2 voices, and that being Big and Sonic. Shadow's clip was just music, and those 2 characters were all shown before Sonic's main friends, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Again, people are still mad over the lack of anything new, and some were upset by the design choice made for Big the Cat, namely his mouth shape. There were some changes made to his mouth, and this new design looks less like a cat mouth. Somebody made an edit of a screen cap from the video, and it was met with both positive and negative reception. There was appreciation for the edit, saying that they found the original mouth endearing and were sad to see it gone. Others were annoyed that this edit potentially defeats the purpose of the design change. This side argues that the change was made because this is a series diving into the multiverse. Making that change so the viewer can differentiate between 2 different Big the Cats is important. These people are not putting others down for missing the old mouth. They are just trying to explain why it was changed and that it's unnecessary to edit the old mouth back in. For a couple days, Sonic Frontiers was at the Summer of Gaming event, specifically the demo for the game. For some stupid reason, Sega didn't allow anyone to record the demo, so Twitter users combed through different videos of the event to see if they could find any unintentional footage of the demo. This is where the many extremely low-quality clips and photos come from. While most photos came from a video, some popped up by themselves. Sonic fans ate this stuff up. There was no other official Sonic media, and we all wanted to know more about this game. Sonic Twitter obsessed over these leaks. Enough to where the fandom was poking fun at itself. But with all the stuff happening, more controversy came with it. The biggest issue was the fact that this was just bad marketing, plain and simple. A lot of disagreements were happening in the fandom at this time, but this is a heavily agreed upon point. Sega is only releasing crumbs of new news, and any things of actual substance are kept behind lock and key. A second, slightly smaller controversy was the discussion around the leaked linear levels. In 2 photos, many pointed out that these levels felt eerily similar to Green Hill Zone and Sky Sanctuary. People were mad about this. Some thought that these comparisons were ridiculous. A little bit later, we learned that in the story, Sonic has lost his memories and is trying to regain them. So Twitter users pointed out that these levels are coming back in a distorted way because these levels are in Sonic's past and he doesn't remember it. The fandom calmed down after these few days of chaos, but the flames of internet war were reignited with the release of Sonic Origins. For Sonic's 31st anniversary, there was birthday party gossip and drama. On June 24th, Sonic Origins was released. Most Sonic fans were actually pretty excited for this new game. While a lot of them acknowledged that they have bought and played these games on numerous occasions, most were excited for the new side content, like animated cutscenes, new modes, and new playable characters. When the game came out though, that was a completely different story. Unpleased is the best word I can use for the reaction. People thought the game was fairly buggy and didn't like the replacement music. A big issue people have is the new tracks replacing the Michael Jackson ones. Some fans think they suck. While there seems to be a minority of fans who argue that the new songs are awful, the majority agrees that they prefer the original songs. By the way, I did not know this, but apparently Michael Jackson's involvement with Sonic 3's soundtrack was still a rumor, and Yuji Naka just casually confirmed it in a tweet made on June 23rd, so that's something. Not long after launch, a developer working on Origins came out and said that they weren't even happy with the final product, and claimed that Sega released a different version of the game they submitted to them. They also claimed that the team was working under an immense amount of pressure and weren't able to fix bugs or glitches on time because of due dates. If this is true, which in all honesty, I am inclined to believe developers over a large company, this is a seriously bad look for Sega. They are screwing over employees by making them work on crunch and not allowing them to go back and fix things with a patch update. You are also screwing over your franchise with a half-baked game. It makes no goddamn sense to do this. There are zero benefits to releasing a game that isn't fully finished. At the time of writing this script, this is a new development, and there could be any new things added to the story, so I will try to update the pinned comment as frequently as possible. But so far there has been no response from Sega, and I doubt there will be anytime soon. But wait, dear viewers, more keeps happening. While I was writing the ending, I included some predictions for the future, and one of them was a prediction for Frontiers being in a Nintendo Direct, which would include a brand new trailer. And hey, I was right on the money! I am surprisingly good at making Nintendo Direct predictions. Not only was this the most well-received Nintendo partner showcase, but Sonic fans were also excited for the new trailer, which actually revealed a whole lot of new things the fandom has been waiting for. This trailer actually backed up the theory that the cyberspace levels are corrupted levels from past Sonic games. There has been a really positive reception to this, because instead of just plainly remaking the old level, there's now a unique twist to it. This trailer also revealed the speculated child villain of the game, this ghost glitchy girl named Sage. I think she looks pretty neat, and other artists seem to agree, because fan art was being made of her like only an hour after the presentation. Overall, fan reception of Sonic Frontiers has changed drastically in less than a month, and I honestly don't know how to feel about that. After all of those failures, I thought it would take longer to change the fandom's mind about Frontiers. Also, Idw Issue 50 happened. Spoilers ahead for Issue 50. Please skip to the time on the screen if you wish to avoid them. Literally the same day I'm writing this section of the script, Issue 50 of the IDW Sonic comic run was released. Many comic readers have praised this issue. Most compliment it for stellar character writing, art, and cool fights. But as many things do, debates sprung up regarding how characters are being written. There is a group that dislikes Sonic's writing in this comic. They found his interactions with Surge, where he was outlining his moral compass, to be out of character. They were also frustrated with this version of Sonic because he has refused to change his views, even though multiple different characters have called him out. Quickly, defenses of this scene popped up, almost drowning out the negative views on this topic. While it definitely doesn't drown it out completely, it does still make the post criticizing this harder to find. The defenses of Sonic's characterization here mostly consist of saying, Sonic has always acted/thought like this. He is stubborn and would keep to his moral compass. I did read this comic, and I can see where both sides are coming from. While I do think his monologue was a bit awkward here and there, I think it makes sense for Sonic to talk to Surge about his philosophy before actually fighting. He wants to give Surge the choice between good and evil. While I do think him strictly thinking like this even after the Metal Virus and Neo Metal Sonic incident is a little much, this Sonic might need a bigger wake-up call. Maybe more characters who are not black or white, but darker or lighter shades of gray. These kinds of characters might get Sonic to rethink his way of, thinking. These are my personal opinions on the issue though. Please come to your own conclusions. This section also connects with the previous section about the Sonic Central controversy. A small little group of fans pointed out that it was really unfair that the Sonic Direct didn't talk about the IDW run hitting 50 issues, which is a big milestone for a comic. On top of that, most of the fandom is in agreement that the IDW comics have very good writing, and they want to see more of the stories and/or characters in the games. It's really too bad that this series didn't get the recognition it deserves, but hopefully if we all bring enough attention to this problem, that might change. Currently, the Sonic fanbase is in a state of calming chaos, where most of the huge revelations have blown over, and there really isn't anything new to say about anything, really. But there's always something new happening, so the fandom isn't in a state of limbo. Things have happened since the last section, but I decided not to include them in this video for a variety of reasons. They either weren't substantial enough to warrant their own sections, were more humorous in nature, or they are the definition of tonal whiplash. If you have anything to add or want to correct/clarify, please leave your additions in the comments below. I did leave out many details because I can understand chaos, but describing internet chaos is a talent I'm still refining. While one of my predictions came true, I still have more, so I would like to go over them quickly. I think the next big controversy should happen due to Sonic Prime's release. Many are nervous about how Shadow will be written, so I think some amount of disappointment is inevitable, even if it isn't the majority. And I don't even want to think about the mess mess Frontier's release is gonna cause. I just don't want to know. I do see there being a better reception now due to the more hopeful attitude fans have for the game. I also can't guarantee there won't be an angry mob. I guess all we can do is wait and see. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I didn't get the chance to mention it in my last upload, but my channel turned a year old a couple months ago. Exciting stuff. I don't believe I'm going to upload anything specifically about Sonic soon. Most of my planned uploads are about completely different topics, but this isn't the last time I'm going to be talking about the franchise. I plan to make a Sonic Prime review and a Frontiers review depending on if I hear good things about it, but the latter could be delayed due to Joy-Con drift issues and when I fix that. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching all the way through. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and bye!